YouTuber Emplemon may have just won the first battle in the YouTube war, this time on WWE Raw. Alright, YouTube, so I guess after that interesting intro, I should explain myself, huh? So, for those of you who don't know, Emplemon here is a YouTuber who is kind of more famous for memes and also for kind of analyzing internet culture and current internet-based events. Not so much outside of the internet, he kind of has that focus on the internet, but he also enjoys more meme-y, kind of fun content. And what ended up happening in the past couple of days, or actually the past couple of hours, really, I'm reporting this within hours of when this situation started, is Emplemon had an issue where he was trying to upload what was basically a fan-made video about an old wrestling series called Monday Night Raw that was, at the time he's referring to in the video, was hosted apparently by the WWF, which later became the WWE. I didn't actually know this until watching the video. Not really a huge wrestling fan myself, but if you watch the video, and I do encourage you to, because it was quite the wild ride. The fan within Emplemon is pretty obvious throughout the duration of the video, and him kind of showing his love for wrestling and his love for the sport. What unfortunately ended up happening is, after what he described quite literally on his YouTube as hundreds of hours of editing, which I can, looking at this editing timeline, I can concur with, that probably did take quite a good amount of man hours in order to make something that looked like that. Just to make something look like that, even if it was incoherent, something to look like that in any kind of video editor, it's probably going to look... it's probably going to take you at least a good 20, 25 hours just to do that, and that's incoherent. This is a coherent, well put together video. And what happened within moments, within the hour actually, he ended up getting his video copyright claimed. It was still up at the time, but not 3 or 4 hours later, the video was then not only copyright claimed, but permanently taken down. And Emplemon at this point had hit a point where he didn't even care if he was making money on the video. He just loved this particular topic, and he wanted to make a video on it. Unfortunately, it continued to be blocked up until the most recent upload, which was roughly at this point now 6 hours ago. I spent a good amount of time watching it, and it's coming from somebody who's not a fan of wrestling. I was thoroughly impressed with the enthusiasm Emplemon showed, and it's definitely a huge thing and a huge victory that a fan was able to get his voice out there, no matter how it ended up getting out there. And the real tragedy of this situation is WWE is essentially missing out on free advertising. You know, it's like the meme goes, it's free real estate. Like, come on, guys. You are literally paying $0 for somebody to make you a 34 minutes, almost 35 minutes, 6 seconds short of 35, so 35-minute video on your product and why it was awesome. Now, I get it. Like, as a brand, WWE probably doesn't want somebody posting their content or their matches straight onto YouTube. Like, you don't want somebody just taking your wrestling match, throwing it up on YouTube, and there goes your entire basis for gaining your money because somebody just took it and threw it up on YouTube. And people really, like, the bots at YouTube, like the people who program the robots at YouTube, the people who program or actually do the physical copyright striking of these kinds of videos need to actually look at this kind of stuff, and they need to stop and realize when they're making a fan, or when they're essentially demonetizing free advertising and ruining their relationships with their fans, versus somebody who's maybe more malicious and is just lazily uploading their content to a platform like this. this is just utter disrespect of somebody who is obviously a very passionate fan of wrestling. And I just find that kind of disgusting, that WWE would do that. It's unfortunate that many corporations have started to take this route nowadays and choose to more quickly run to their lawyers than they do to their fans. And I think in the long run, it's going to end up hurting both sides of the community, both the company and the community that the companies create. It's going to end up hurting both sides, and in the long run, it's going to be worse off for all of us. So, WWE, if any of your advertisers or any of your corporate overlords or whatever you want to call them are watching this, stop. Like, find a way to work with your fans, not against them. Because that is where you're going to make the multi-millions of dollars. You know, you might make a few million just doing your thing and ignoring the fans, but when you have dedicated fans pushing your brand for free, and this is coming from, like, Emplemon's not exactly a small YouTuber, 420,000 subscribers. That is a potential another 400,000 viewers on what is essentially a dying medium already. Like, wrestling is dying. You got to face up to that, guys. Wrestling is dying. It's almost more alive in video games than it is in real life. Like, there's more people playing wrestling video games than there are people actually watching wrestling matches. And this attack on your fans is just going to quicken that death. People aren't going to want to watch you because they're afraid they'll be attacked if they go out and make something supporting you. So, message to all companies out there, just stop what you're doing. Your fans, most of them are not trying to compete with you. Most of them want to help you. Most of them are filling gaps some of you can't physically fill, and they're doing it for free. Free real estate. Come on. Is literally, you're pushing away free money. And that's not how this should work. Work with your fans, not against them. But that's all we have today on Tube News. I'll update you guys down in the description if anything changes. Hopefully this is the first victory of many for the oncoming YouTube war, and one of the first victories in the adpocalypse. Maybe someday in the future we'll be able to see more content like this being posted to YouTube and more fans being able to get their stuff out there. Hopefully it's not as long as this shot as I almost feel it is, but I look forward to seeing you guys here in the future. I look forward to continuing to see this kind of content and just fans just nerding out, for lack of a better term, over their favorite things. And yeah, this was quite the spectacle. I almost enjoyed watching the updates of Emplemon trying to get his video uploaded more than the video itself, though the video itself was still really good. But this was a good time. And I thank y'all for watching. If you want to see more content like this in the future and keep up to date with what's going on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I look forward to making more content for you guys. Thanks for watching.